Josh the Balloon Guy here. And yes, you might notice I have my semi-base out again. I didn't have the ice in this one yet. But I came in not knowing what I was going to make, and my wife was like, "Hey, Lucas, my 9-year-old, what should Dad make?" And he goes, "Fire truck." Quick, fast, like, no hesitation. So we're going to make a fire truck. So I did the red semi-base. And I'll set it to the side for just a moment. I'm going to grab 2 red 260s. Go about halfway. All right. I'm going to very simply do a long flat weave. Okay, so start with pinch twist. And then figure out how long I need it to be, because it'll need to go all the way from the cab to the end down here. So about that long, just based on how long I made my semi-base. So in this case, it's a hand and a thumb. Now, granted, they're not always going to be that long. It all depends on how long you make your semi-base. All right, you can do a straight flat weave, do a little bit wider spacer bubble. Okay, so I did this one 2 fingers, do this one 2 fingers. And what that will allow me to do is build the back of the truck. I know on a regular semi or on a pickup it's called the bed. I actually don't know what it's called on the fire engine. Okay. I'm going to go back across, and I'm not going to tear off just yet, because I'm going to use these 2 pieces to wrap and connect to the semi-base here in just a moment. Okay. But before I get that far in, okay, so that'll be, both those will be the bottom. All right. And then I'll pop and rip it and wrap it around. All right. I'm going to then take, basically do another flat weave, but this time I'm going to do it out of 160s to make a ladder. A little bit different in this one though, in that I'm not going to start with a pinch twist like I did on the other one. I want to do, let's say a 3-finger bubble, and then a pinch twist. Okay, same over here, 3-finger bubble. I want it to be the same length, and then the pinch twist. But I don't want them to be the same length because they are going to be, I'm not going to put them together like this yet. Okay, I'm going to actually use those as the legs of our ladder. Okay, so then we have a 2-finger bubble over here. I'm going to do a 2-finger bubble here, and then go into the pinch twist on the opposite balloon, and same thing. You go back. Now, again, are any of these line work designs? Absolutely not. Maybe the base semi-truck itself. Okay, but I'm just going to continue that, leaving a space, a 3-finger, in this case 2-finger space, between each set of rungs. So it's using the flat weave technique, just in a little different design. And I'm going to do this probably 2 more times. I think that'll be long enough to do my ladder. Yep. So there's 1 more time. Consistency is key. And this is going to be the last rung on the ladder. And this would be a great design for a kid who's having a firefighter themed party, and you want to have something special for the birthday kid. And go ahead and make my tear off point. There we go. And then I can set that aside as well. Grab my semi-base, add some eyes. Oh, I got a white scrap over here. There we go. Give it that animated feel that we get from like Cars or any of the anthropomorphic vehicular cartoons out there. I'm so out of touch on them, but I know like there's Blaze, there's Go-Go Carson. Go back to Thomas the Tank Engine, you know. All right, so take my semi-base and the bed of our fire engine. Okay, again, Corey Carson, that's his name. Tear off both ends. All right, wrap that in right behind the wheels from one pinch twist. We already have it on one pinch twist to the other. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Right behind the back set of wheels. Up in. Alright. And there we have the back of our fire engine. Ooh, okay. And then we'll take our ladder into those back pinch twists. And it can stick up, or we can push it down kind of inside there and let it sit and ride. Just being careful not to push the head down. Okay, so I kind of bent it at the pinch twist, the first of the pinch twist. There we go. All right, and one thing I would like to do to this one, add a little extra touch here. All right, and that is going to be take a little scrap of clear and one of my balloon lights. Go ahead and push that in. Give it a little twist. Come on, there we go. Tear it off just so that it's bouncing around in there. Let out just enough air so it's just the one light in there. Right in the middle. And then we can add that to the top of our fire truck here. That way. And there we go. There you have, on that same semi base, a little fire truck. Yes, they take a little longer. Again, this would be a great little piece to have to give to the birthday child. It's not something you're gonna make for the line work, and certainly not something you're gonna make for everybody at the party. Unless it's a very small party. But just using that same semi base, and yet another design. All right, as always, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.